it's hard to make people consider you as a mathematical Einstein when you in movies talking about man is nothing but a dog, man. Listen, man, I want you to get out there right now. I need you. I need you to get out there now, man.
Warning: Sir Rodcast can lead to an array of side effects. Symptoms like nausea, vomiting, explosive diarrhea, sudden distaste for previously loved foods, and an inexplicable headache might emerge, persistently nagging like a bad song stuck in your head. Prolonged Sir Rodcast exposure, you might find yourself breaking out with rashes, skin blisters or peels, or developing a sudden wheeze, all of which signal a red alert. In such cases, halt all consumption of Sir Rodcasts and seek immediate medical attention. Sir Rodcast is not for the faint of heart. Proceed with caution and always keep your healthcare provider on speed dial for any unexpected misadventures.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce you to one of the nation's most exciting entertainers. He is the former creative director for So Deaf Recordings. He has one of the best-selling artist development books, The 10 Commandments of the Stage. All the way from Atlanta, Georgia, put your hands together for the Star Maker, Mr. One Man Show, Ollie Patterson's baby boy. Give it up for Sir Rod Patterson.
Yes, welcome to another episode of the Sir Rod Cast. Welcome back. My name is Sir Rod, the entertainer, aka Sir Rod and the Blues Doctor, Sir Rod, the motivational speaker. Sir Rod has got a lot of titles, but right now is Sir Rod the podcaster. Welcome to the Sir Rod Cast, a podcast about everything and nothing at the same dang time. It's kind of like the Seinfeld of podcasts, but a little more motivational. Because at the end of the day, they say the day gonna end. But at the end of this day, my goal is to make you smile just a little bit, make your day just a little bit more brighter. And hopefully I can put a smile on your face at some point. All right, we got a lot to get into. I like to try to keep everything under 30 minutes if I can. Sometimes we might spill over a little bit, but if we stick to the script, we might be able to get everything in today. So we're going to start things off today with a segment what I call Senior Moments. Yeah, Senior Moments. Oh, my goodness. For my seniors, I got a community of senior citizens that I just started inviting to the program. And if any of my seniors that was at the Southwest Christian event that we just did, it's a church. Oh, we had a good time. Oh, man, you wouldn't believe how the seniors, oh my goodness, they were out dancing me, out singing me. They were line dancing. And then Miss Shelley, she had to give a warning at the beginning of the program at my show to the seniors to the ladies that they had to dance appropriately. I guess that means no senior twerking. I don't know what that means, but we didn't need that at the program. But oh, they had a good time. And now at the senior party, I started handing out little flyers inviting my senior community to the Sarai cast, because I'm going to start opening up some segments, some things especially for them. Like the first ones that join my Patreon, they're going to get a book. If we get enough seniors on board, we're going to start having live events for the seniors, something I call my Motown matinee. And so that's going to be for my senior community under the Senior Moments segment. And I just really want to reach out and embrace that community, because that's the more dear to my heart than putting smiles on our senior faces. And I learn a lot Oh my goodness, they be schooling you, boy. But let's give the senior community a big round of applause. Thanks for coming out. I always have a good time with the community. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get right into our next segment of the program. And that is... All right. This segment is called Most Popular. I have a lot of social media posts that gets a lot of more, some get more attention than others. Either on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, even on X/Twitter. Some posts get a lot more attention than others. And then I go through the week and find a post that stood out. This particular week was a little surprising to me, but it fits in, actually. I did a post called The Wrong Venue. And the Wrong Venue post is basically about, I was at a Goodwill, and I'm going to put this post on the Sir Cast Instagram page so you can kind of look at it in its entirety. But in that post, I said that I love Goodwills because there's all kind of treasures in the Goodwill. The thing is, you could find, some people find works of art, some paintings or vase or statues, something that's like worth a whole lot of money. Some paintings might go for $1 million if you happen to know what you're looking for in the Goodwill. But that painting is not going to sell for $1 million in the Goodwill, because at most you might pay $100, $150 tops for a painting in Goodwill, because in that venue, that Picasso, that Rembrandt or whatever is only worth so much money. It's the wrong venue. But if you were to take that same painting and put it in a museum or a auction where the right clientele who know what they're looking for sees it, values it, and then buys it for the $1 million that it's worth. I tell people that I don't care how good you are. If your talent, your gift, your thing is in the wrong venue, you're not going to get what it's worth. And I go in a little more deeper, and I get a little more motivating in the actual post that I did. But I'm bringing this all up. The actor, Terrence Howard, has been making a lot of news lately. The rumors are starting to rumble about him, that he's a undiscovered genius. I mean, he's like a mathematical whiz. And it's so weird because a lot of people are not taking him serious. But the people who know about mathematics and the things that he's spewing out, the acaracarum and the sikaricandorum, I can't even pronounce some of the stuff he's talking about. He even came up with a mathematical equation how to create Saturn mathematically. The issue is, quietly, people are laughing and they're not taking him serious because he's got the same problem that a lot of comedians have that want to become serious actors. When somebody sees you in one light, it's hard to shift, to see you in a different light. But some comedians can do it. Jamie Foxx did it with the singing, and people take him serious in the music world. But a lot of some comedians couldn't transition as well, like Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy has a real good voice, but nobody's trying to really hear him sing. He had one nice little song. He's been kind of stuck in that one vein, And the same thing is happening with Brother Terrence. It's hard to make people consider you as a mathematical Einstein when you're in movies talking about, man is nothing but a dog, man. Listen, man, I want you to get out there right now. I need you to get out there now, man. That's my Terrence Howard impression. I think I'm pretty good. but nobody's going to really take him serious in that venue. And I know it's frustrating. My Uncle Sterling, genius, but he was a musician, and the places that he would hang out, he'll start getting into a mathematical tangent. And I was the only one that would listen to him because I could kind of keep up a little bit. But sometimes those geniuses get on some other level that the average person just can't keep up, and they get frustrated when you're not understanding what they're trying to say to you. And at the end of the day, you can't judge a book by its cover. Terrence, keep doing your thing. Maybe try going to an actual mathematical conference where all the geniuses get together and you guys all get together and have a powwow. And I'm pretty sure they will embrace you because I know you speak in their language. But for the everyday normal person, it's the wrong venue. You got your Picasso in the Goodwill. They're not going to hear you. They're not going to hear you. You got to get in the right venue so that you can be appreciated. That's all I got to say about that. Now we got another segment, and the next segment is the good news section of the program. I got a good one right here today. I like stories like this. There is a Atlanta Smart Academy, and there's a teacher there by the name of Miss Patrice Meadows. I saw this on one of our local news channels, and then I just jotted it down because I didn't want to forget it. But she's doing something wonderful. Oh my God. She took a class of maybe 10 or 15 students. It might have been more, might have been less, but she took a group of students to Paris and England for like a summer educational trip. She teaches social studies and history. And I don't want to say, some of these kids had never even been out of the city, not alone out of the country. So it was an experience of a lifetime. Mrs. Meadows says she encouraged kids to dream big, and you can't get too much bigger than that. Expanding a person's mind and being, man, I would love to be on that trip. That is such a wonderful, and you should have seen the kids' faces. Oh my good, they just lit up. So, Miss Meadows, you get up. Yeah, oh my God. God bless. Wonderful job. Good job. I love stories like that. Atlanta Smart Academy. Y'all keep doing your thing and blessing these kids. And this brings us to yet another segment. This brings us to Blues News. Oh, we are knocking them out today. That's efficiency. We just knocking them out. Now, in the Blues News, we've got some Sir Rod and the Blues Doctors news. On our Blues Save My Life tour. That's what I came up with the name for us. That's because we are saving lives with our music. Blues Save My Life tour. One of our stops is going to be Friday, July 19th, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. We're going to be at Jamie's House of Music in Philadelphia, PA. That's right. We're going to be doing our thing. Now, this is like we always have a good time at Mr. Jamie's place. Jamie, man, that facility is off the chain. It's like, I think he used to be a sound man or something, but it's got the state-of-the-art sound in there. And as an added bonus, for all y'all Sir Rodcast listeners, if you can't be in Philly, Jamie streams the program live. So you could purchase a ticket or they have some kind of pay-per-view, some kind of thing they do. But you actually can see the whole performance on July 19th, 8 p.m. I'll try to put a link in the show notes, or when we get a little closer. You can always find out information about any shows I'm talking about. We're going to be posting all that on our Instagram, Sir Rodcast Instagram as well. But, so, July 19th, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m., Jamie's House of Music. Oh, like I always say, don't meet me there, beat me there, and I'll see you there. If you haven't seen a Sir Rod and the Blues Doctor show, you have no idea. We bringing something a little different to the blues. I promise you that. So, I hope I see you in the house. Billy, you better get ready. We're coming back. Yeah. And this brings us to yet another segment of the program. And the next segment is Numbers Talk. Yeah. All right, we got something interesting I want to discuss today. Because Saturday, I was visiting at the Al Burse Georgia State Penitentiary, where I did a presentation, went out and entertained the inmates. They had a good time. And I've done that before, and we'll get into that on another podcast. But, numbers kind of help me if I'm in the right location. If I see a set of threes on my way to a location or on a car tag or on a sign or a billboard, When I got back from the prison, my car odometer, it said across the board, when I pulled into the garage and cut the engine off, the odometer was 555, like 55,555 miles on the head. And I brought that up because that reminded me of an incident. And I did capture this incident on film. And I'm going to post it on the Sir Cast Instagram page. Tell me, what do you think the odds are at 3:33 a.m.? I was coming back from Nashville, Tennessee. I think we did some kind of show. Sir and the Blues Doctors did something in Nashville, and I didn't stay overnight because I had to be back. It was like 3:30 at night. I had to making my way back to Atlanta. At one point, it was like 3:30 at night, and I was getting ready to get off and get some gas, and there's an exit down, I think it's I-20 or I-75, one of the two. Off the exit, there is an exit 333, and lo and behold, I was getting ready to get off to get gas at exit 333 at 3:33 a.m. And to add to this, my odometer on my car at the time went to 33,333 at the same time. Now, what are the odds of that happening? And if I want to add to the mix, the odds of somebody having a 333 necklace at exit 333 at 3:33 a.m. and a odometer said 3333. It's a lot of threes, but I'm going to post the actual incident. No film trickery. These are the kind of incidents that happens in my life all the time. I think it's kind of crazy. And that's why when people say, oh, no, you're just creating this on your mind. Some things maybe. You might be a little hyper-focused with the threes because you're looking for them. But for my odometer to turn 3333 and at exit 333 and at 3:33 a.m., can't get too much more of your attention than that. I like them apples. And so that's what I'm going to look into, what the 555 was at the house. I'm going to look into that and see what that means. But I got to find out what that means. And we going to keep number talk. Do you have any number craziness? Anything that matches mine? Because that's not the first time. I had one incident happen like that in a rental car as well. Odometer 333. So let me know what's going on. SirrodCast@gmail.com. Let us know. Your numbers talk. What number's you? What's your lucky number? What do you see? Am I crazy? I'm not really a numerologist. I just call these incidents as I see them. Kind of weird to me. You let me know. Maybe I used up all my lotto luck. Ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the final segment of the program, and I hate to have to change the tone and I'm not going to end on a sad note. At least I'm going to try not to, but sometimes I'm called to have to address certain things, certain issues, certain things that are going on in the world. It's just, I just can't rest. This thing in me sometimes gets stirred up, and I have to express myself. My final thoughts today is about something that's going on in the news, or that I heard in the news. A sad situation about Grayson Murray, the golf player. Yeah, he died earlier this week by suicide. When I was going into schools and talking to kids about bullying, one of the main things, my crescendo, the climax of the program would lead to something that I would call self-bullying. Self-bullying. See, there's a lot of different types of bullies. There's physical, verbal, there's social, there is a cyber, and it goes on and on. But the most scariest one is the one that's called self-bullying. Self-bullying. And self-bullying is more like a disease, I say it is. And the sad thing about self-bully disease is the kids that are infected with it, most of them don't even know they have it. And then I have to tell them indicators that you might be infected with self-bully disease. See, if you ever say it to yourself that you're not important, no one cares, or you really don't matter, or when you make a mistake, you're really hard on yourself. You call yourself dumb, stupid. Some kids go so far as to cut themselves. Now, if you ever said or did anything like that, I would tell the kids, there's a good chance that you are infected with self-bully disease. And if you don't get yourself cured from that ugly disease, there's a few bad things can happen. See, you could hurt yourself, you could hurt someone, or even worse, yes, you could die. Yeah, die. And then I would go on to give them some solutions. And I want to offer those solutions to you. Because if you said yes to any of those things, it don't matter. See, that's the funny thing about bullying. And when I go to colleges or speak with adults, I let them know that for some reason, people think that bullying ends when you leave high school. But no. Bullying never ends. It only transforms in the adult world. If you don't believe me, look at any reality talk show or what's going on in the news. You still got domestic violence, husbands beating wives, and there is cyber, and there is all kind of bullying doesn't stop. It only transforms. So when I hear stories like Grayson Murray's, it just breaks my heart, because I just wish that they could have listened to a podcast like this, or read a book. My solutions. I got a book of solutions, and I got a whole section on dealing with self-bullying in the book. I wrote a song years ago when I heard about Kurt Cobain, the artist Kurt Cobain. He ended his life, and that touched me in such a way. I wrote a song called "Do You Need a Friend?" So anyone out there struggling, thinking about putting an end to your life, don't do it. Don't do it. That should be the last option on the table. See, you at least owe that to yourself to try every option. And you say, oh no, Sarad, I tried every. No, you haven't tried every option, because the very last option is give it one more day. Just give it one more day. One more day. That's all I'm asking. Just one more day. And if you can get through that day, and you say, oh no, Sarad, I did it. I gave it one more day. Well, then give it a few more hours. Give it a few more hours. And if you can give it a few more hours, surely you can give it just a few more minutes. And if you went that far, I venture to say, you don't know what the next day is going to hold. So let's just one more day again. Let's keep on. And then while you're trying to give it, reach out to somebody. Talk to somebody. I tell the kids, you got to talk to somebody. There's a little voice in your head that's telling you that you're not important, nobody cares, and you really don't matter. And that voice is a liar. It's a liar. You can't believe not one word it says. Because each and every person out there, everybody in the world is important. Because everybody, and I do mean everybody, God don't make junk. Everybody was born with a special gift, a special talent, a special thing, something that you can do better than anyone else in the whole wide world. It's your job to figure out what that gift, what that talent, what that thing is. And once you figure it out, it'll be your responsibility to share it with the rest of the world. See, that's why I keep advocating for one more day. See, you don't know what's around the corner. Things could turn around. I said I was into the prison and I was talking to some prisoners and inmates. There was one guy who goes out and speaks to the inmates. This brother was facing like 50, 60 years, one of them, and another one was facing like 98 years. One was on death row for a second. If anybody had cause to try to end their life, they surely had, but they held on just one more day. Just one more day. They gave it just a little more time, and guess what? Their situation turned around. Some phone call was made, some paperwork was filed, something was misprinted, and next thing you know, they're being set free. But see, if they would have took that permanent solution for a temporary problem, see, you don't know. God is, anything can happen. You don't know, just leave it. I know sometimes it's dark and it gets hard. And sometimes it feels like you're the only one in the world feel the way you feel. But I guarantee you, I put $1 million. You ain't the only one. There's nothing new under the sun. You got to hold on just a little longer. Go down the road just a little bit more. That's all I'm asking. And make that call if you still, sometimes it's chemicals imbalance. It might be anything. Have you tried everything? That's all I'm asking. Try everything. Listen, I got to wrap it up. Listen, make that call. And I want to thank everybody. Reach out. Give me a shot. Sir Rodcast. Yeah, reach out to anybody. Reach out to Sir Rod. I'll talk with you. I ain't lying. If you need a friend. All right, I got to wrap things up. I want to thank you for your time. I want to thank you for your attention. But most of all, I want to thank you for listening. You didn't have to, but you did. You gave me just a little bit of your time. And I hope I made you smile. Now, what I need you to do right now, cut this off and go out and find something else better to do. And then after you do it, hit me up and let me know what you did. Y'all have a blessed day. I'll see you next Friday. I gotta go. I'm running late. Peace and blessings be on to you.